Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra. So
Yes.
it's a heavenly place, so you scan. But then both the parties in the battlefield have equal opportunities for selecting the place of the battle occurring. So why didn't they choose some other place if he's so scared?
Hare Krishna, very beautiful question. No one has asked me this. Thank you so much. So, Dharmakshetra, Gurukshetra, right? Why can't they select another place, for fighting a battle? See, first and foremost, it's like the cricket ground, right? Do the players always have the right to choose a cricket ground? Yes or no?
Yes, Mataji.
No. That's what we think. The players do not have the choice. Decision is made by a committee, right, on various factors. Now, let's say India says, I don't want to play in China. I want to play. They can recommend, but they can't decide, right? Same way, Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra is a place where they are scared. However, they can't take a call that let's play it somewhere else, because the decision of where to done is done by a lot of people, which includes Bhima, Bhishma, right? So both parties. Why am I using these two names? Because both are the generals, though not equal, right? We have Dronacharya. We have a lot of them to decide on the place. Second, the place has to be viable. It should be a place where it should accommodate a huge crowd, right? So Dharmakshetra, Gurukshetra had a lot of space to accommodate so many armies, right? So many senas were there. The Narayani Sena, one Sena of Krishna was so huge, right? So there were so many senas, so many military, military, what should I say, groups, right? Military, each were thousands and millions. They had to accommodate. It should be done so that it was viable and it was not affecting the common crowd. A thunderbolt thrown or anything thrown should not affect the children. So care should be taken. They should have enough medical to take care of. They should be able to accommodate a lot of this, right? All this was possible in a particular area, and that area happens to be Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra. They are fighting there, right? They cannot come all the way to Sri Lanka and fight just because, you like it, and, it was a law of, it was once upon a time Ravana's world, and therefore, it will have demonic qualities. It's not possible, because that place gave him fear. Now, even if they had chosen another place, that would also give fear, because the place was one factor, but there are other factors, right? The conch shell by itself was so powerful. The Kwaja, which is the flag, had Hanuman in it, right? And Hanuman is the greatest devotee, which means Rama is already there, right? And so many things. Krishna is there. When Krishna is there, goddess of fortune, Lakshmi is always there. The wheels can rotate 365 degrees, chariot. Why? Because the chariot was gifted by fire god to Arjuna, right? So many things. It was Ekadasi, special day, Moksha Ekadasi. So anybody who dies gets moksha. So a lot of things were great about the place. So changing a place is not going to change the setup, right? So a lot of things were taken into consideration. I hope I've answered. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Manika, Hare Krishna, very beautiful question. How do we know what Krishna wants us to do? Yes, very difficult, because currently whatever conscience is nothing but, mind is Maya, external energy of Krishna. It will imitate exactly like Krishna, right? It will sound like that. So the best way you can do is currently follow the rules, regulation, do japa, read Bhagavad Gita. First thing is do japa. That will give you clarity, right? You will start, understanding what is right and wrong. Currently we don't. Japa is cleaning. So Krishna is going to clean and he will help you. Later you will get a spiritual master eventually, and they will be guiding you as to how to do, right? So all this will fall in place. But first thing, you should start with japa, chant, learn, read Bhagavad Gita, and you can read Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is not complicated. You don't need someone to explain. It's like story. The story which I told needs no explanation, right? Same way, this is the thing. Hare Krishna. Any other doubts? Please let us know how to say no to our own family. Like sometimes when they say us to do things consciously or unconsciously, which are sinful, like eating meat. Tanya, very beautiful question. Thank you so much. You don't have to eat, right? Two ways of doing, and I can share the experience. One is, if you don't like something, you can tell no, right? It is not good to lie, but if a situation forces, you can say that this is not suiting me. You tell your mind, you can tell calmly, I was a meat eater and I stopped. And there is so much people are forcing me. They say, what's wrong with you? You won't take even fish also. Huh? Fish is also meat. So I just told them, it's a long story, and I built a story. I told that there is a story, my security, this was true. My security kicked a cat. And when I asked him why, he said, as if I'm doing something. People are killing people, right? So there are so many things which are happening. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. Meanwhile, Neetu, can you just start the thing? Level 2. Hare Krishna. So what happened is, he gave a very good, concept that, well, what is the difference, right? So I'm only doing this to a cat, right? And there are so many people, and generally every one of us have this concept of justifying, right? So, he was just telling in a very slang language, in the world, so many people are even killing people, right? And, and then that's sort of set me thinking. And that set me thinking into the fact that, yes, we keep telling that people bomb people, we call them bad, right? And we felt so bad about this guy. But aren't we very different, right? We are also doing something, maybe at our level, what we can, right? As we say, in our level, we should do good. Our level, we are also doing bad. And that is when I thought, one is spiritual. We'll get to spirituality later, but this is more of realization, right? And, I waited. I didn't tell anyone. I was just waiting for 2 months to really make sure whether I can do or, and then after that I stopped. So what I want to tell is, for the family, do you understand? This is difficult because for them it's new. For you, you're realized. They have not realized. You are telling this is a way of life, but for them, they have not seen you like this, right? Probably most of you are in the age group, you're all teenage, right? 17, 18 years. So for them, they feel that what is wrong with this person? She was so different, she probably was eating left, right, and center, non-veg from. So who has changed? You will tell you have changed for the good. I'm not denying it. But who has actually changed? You have changed, not them. So for them to accept the change is positive. Change itself is very difficult for someone to understand. Top of it, elders is difficult. Who will do it? They won't be able to do it. So you have to give them time. I always tell that I wanted to read Bhagavad Gita when I was 12. I would have 100% not understood anything. And my granny said, no, you should not read. Thanks to her, because that gave me curiosity, right? If she had given me, I would have opened the book, not understood one bit, and I would have probably closed. Okay, maybe I would have got a little bit of punya, because touching the holy book also is good. But why she said no was explained later to me by my mom. She said, maybe my grandma would have thought that I would have renounced my life. Maybe, right? Because these are perceptions they carry. And she told me, you can read it when you're 60. And I was thinking, at the age of 60, if I read and if I have to fix my life, already 60 years is gone. What will I fix, right? And, this was very confusing. And then I thought, maybe is fine. But then, had she read it properly, she would have noticed Krishna at the beginning, telling very clearly that, Arjuna, get up and fight. No renunciation. No. That is what Krishna is telling, right? The problem is, people don't understand. They mentally concord and think this is wrong. And this was what it will happen, right? But the fact of it is, you have to read it and you have to understand. That is why you need a guru. You need a guru to explain to you, because any subject which is technical needs a guru. Spiritual subject is one subject where people give free advice, right? You know this, you should do it because of this. You should do this because of this. No, you can't, because it is so difficult. You need a guru for that as well. So my only request is, guru, when you say don't search for a guru, whatever I'm doing is also the words of what Krishna told in the discipline session through Prabhupada, and Prabhupada's words is what we are telling as it is. So we are called Shiksha Gurus, right? Because we teach you. Same way you explain to them, overnight it will not change. Understand that the change is in you, not in them. You have changed. For the good is different, but for them to believe it's for the good is going to take time. They will be thinking, oh my God, my daughter is now picking up the Japamala. Will she become a sannyasi, like one of those munis and whatever? That's a perception they carry. Make them feel no, right? You don't try to convince them. Show them by action. The moment you are sweet, you are nice, you talk to them very beautifully, then it changes. Yesterday, I was connecting to one of my Shiksha Gurus, and she was very beautifully explaining, right? What should we do, when we want to say no, not for this, for a lot of things which even we don't like. She said, yes, but you can always tell, yes, I'm trying to do, but I don't want to do it. I can't do it. You can always tell, right? I don't like to do it, right? And one more devotee told me that, he started telling that, it's very difficult for him to argue, convince them. So he says that, no, I don't want to eat it because it's allergic to me. I'm feeling very uncomfortable. He said, I did this, is it wrong? I said, the most rightful thing which I would prefer to do is to tell the truth. But if you feel that truth is not able to withstand, you're not able to resist, you need more time. Yes, if you have to do the right thing, okay, fine. Go ahead, for Krishna's sake, tell a lie, but don't keep it for long, try and fix it soon, right? Hare Krishna. Yeah, Veda Base has a lot of books. It has a lot of small books which you can actually read, right? And take it forward. So is there any other questions? You can unmute and tell. Is there any other questions you all have? Yeah, please go ahead, Tanya. You can unmute and ask. Yeah, please go ahead. You don't have to type. You can ask me. And by the way, no one told me how the story was. I just like the story a lot. So please go ahead. What are the questions? You can unmute yourself, Tanya. You're not able to unmute. Oh, so sorry. You're muted. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
so much for a beautiful explanation.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
I have one more question about menstruation. Mataji, should we keep chanting on our menstruational days, or can we go to
Yes.
the
Yes.
or
So basically on death, on your cycle, or on the childbirth, or anything, even when there is a dead body in the house, someone has died, or you're going to somebody's house and there is death, you can always chant. Because chanting, reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, hearing all these kathas have no restriction. That is why this Maha Mantra, it's called Maha Mantra because it does not see time, place, person. It doesn't see. You can do anywhere. You can chant anywhere, anytime, any place. You can also chant when you're in the washroom. Literally that way. Even if you're a non-vegetarian, you can chant. Half an hour before eating also you can chant. Half an hour after eating also you can. Half an hour is just a number. You can chant anytime. That is a specialty. The only thing you should not do chanting is multitasking. Don't keep chanting and eating anything, even if it's a vegetable, right? So give undivided attention to chanting. Chanting has no restriction. So these are called Bhagavata Vidhi, right? So there are two Vidhis. One is Bhagavata Vidhi and Pancharatra Vidhi. We follow both, but we are largely following Bhagavata Vidhi, wherein there is no restriction. And what is Pancharatra Vidhi? The 5 things which we do, right? Going deity worship, Archana, Vandanam, all that has these restrictions because you are going to touch the deities. But for doing this japa, absolutely no problem. Some of them said that they leave all this in the puja room, so they have a problem for access. So in which case, maybe you keep it in a place which is more convenient for you to access. That's the only thing. Hare Krishna. Any other doubts?
Hare Krishna Mataji?
Hare
Again,
Krishna.
thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome. Mihir, very nice question. How can we recognize a fake guru? Okay, very easy actually, but the only thing is we don't know. Any motivational talk, guru will not give. So anyone whom you feel very impressed, no, he tells that, is a fake guru. Just one line I will tell you. Any guru who takes money is a fake guru. One line. Any person who tells you will get money is also a fake guru, right? In any form, if he says, do this puja, do this punaskaram, do this kind of a thing for money, right, is fake. Because anyone who comes in the discipline succession, right, we already saw 4 paramparas which are spoken of. One is, Brahma Sampradaya, which is our, right, it's called Gaurava Maudya Sampradaya, which we are following, which means, it's through Brahma. Next is Sanat Kumaras, the 4 children of Brahma, right? They, that Sampradaya, absolutely accept it. Lakshmi Sampradaya, right? So Lakshmi through Lakshmi, and 4th is Rudra Sampradaya, Shiva. All these 4 are bona fide Sampradayas, paramparas, like your universities or deemed universities, you say, right? Recognized certificate, they are all recognized. And all of them will teach only from Bhagavad Gita. All of them will speak the same language with slight difference in the style of talking. But one thing is, none of them will ask for money. None of them will insist that you should become rich. Everybody will talk about how do you reach Krishna. That will be the only objective of teaching. Nobody will tell, yes, you are having a health issue, you do japa, everything is built into it. But nobody will tell, do this yagna, do this puja, this much money. No, that will not be there. One. Second is, there are also some fake gurus who tell that you have to enjoy. It's like feeding the, oil or ghee or whatever you tell to the fire, right? So lust is also like that. You keep enjoy, you will be enjoying only. Have you ever seen somebody in the pub going 10 years to the pub and 11th year he says, okay, I've done enough of pub, I want to come back and go to temple? Have you come across anyone? Maybe, as I say, that he is diseased, he's sick, he's diagnosed something, or someone close to his heart is diagnosed, so he's scared, he saw someone, it's a reflection. But the fact is, true self-realization never happens. So that is what it is. So I just thought I will tell you. Gauriya Sampradaya comes under Brahma Sampradaya. You don't have to take our Sampradaya. You can take any one of the 4 Sampradayas, but I'm just saying this. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So very nice. Okay, Mataji, I learned Carnatic music. Some devotees say that it is not as good as Kirtan, but Narada Muni is the father of Carnatic music. So I saw Carnatic music. Is it not as good as Harinam Sankirtan? It is not glorifying Krishna equally. Hare Krishna. Very beautiful question. Has Krishna ever told you have to stop something? He only told akarma, I mean vikarma, you should stop. Carnatic music is definitely not a vikarma. You need not stop. Please continue. Krishna says, to answer your question straight, please don't stop. Chodna nahi jodna is what Krishna always says, right? There was another devotee very beautifully asked, I love sweet, should I stop? No, don't stop. Right? I just made ice cream. I'm going to eat it. Not now. It's very cold. Maybe a little later. Did Krishna say eating ice cream is prohibited? No, right? So same way is Krishna telling Carnatic music? Definitely no. Carnatic music is not prohibited. Carnatic music is also, is all very recognized music. It's all, but they are two different things. Nobody says Sankirtan should be done in isolation. Japa is different. Sankirtan is different. Japa is, you can sing a Sankirtan, but if you're going to tell 16 into 109 times, like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I'm horrible. I have a horrible voice and I can't do Kirtan. But just to explain, it takes so long, right? By then, if I told Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, I would have covered 5. So if I'm going to do 16 into 108 times, it will roughly take about 1.5 hours. And if I'm going to do it in the Kirtan way, it will take me 8 hours, right? So I won't have that caliber, time, energy to do. So Japa is something where you talk and you hear. Sankirtan keeps you going. Sankirtan is when everybody tells you, say, chant anything. Please do not song your Carnatic, because you can always do that, right? You can use a particular style for doing Hare Krishna. Right? You can also sing, chant Hare Krishna, but in your regular japa, don't club. But after that, you can always tell, no, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. What stops you? You can do it, right? So you are learning Carnatic music for Krishna also. So you learn that and use it. It's going to help your Sankirtan. It's going to make people, your Shravanam for others. You will give us such lovely musics, and that's going to make our Kirtan so good that we will enjoy and relish, right? So if I do Kirtan for 1 hour, you can't hear, you'll run away. Likewise, you have a strength, you have a voice, you have a lovely, you learn Carnatic, continue the same thing and sing a lot of Kirtans for Krishna. Use, your Carnatic music to enlighten Krishna. They are not conflicting, it will become contemplating. So now start thinking that, okay, how can I learn this Carnatic music? How can I do a lot of these Vaishnavas Kirtans so that, it can glorify Krishna, right? Hare Krishna. Right? So any other question? Any other question? Is there any other question you should, if you have any other question?
Hare Krishna Mataji, on the general chat, we don't have any more questions.
Sure.
Yeah.
If there are no more questions, let's end the session. Hare Krishna.